Alrighty, guys. So here we are. We need to reinstate the growth pause edict. While I was waiting for that to build, apparently we maxed out our population, which is okay because now we got a lot of workers. So we've got it built. I upgraded we did manage to get our level 3 piping. So I upgraded the pipes that were supposed to be level 3. That's all set up. So, what do you say we turn this puppy on and see how many people it takes? We're not going to turn the steam on, which is what will activate it, but we are going to turn it on. Cracking unit has no recipe. Boiler has no recipe. Pause. Something here is paused. And the question is what? That's paused. Unpause that. So, that has no recipe. Well, does this have a recipe? If that has a recipe, then okay, I don't know why it has no recipe. And these, I'm not sure why they have no recipe. Probably because we don't have the recipe we want yet, maybe? Boiler gas has no recipe. And the cracking units have no recipe. So, let's do this. Go to the blueprint and see what it is supposed to have. It is not that one. Is it this one? It is in fact this one. So let's put this down and see what recipe this sucker's supposed to have. Naphtha. All right. So that should be naphtha. Heavy oil, light, medium oil, light oil, naphtha. Right? All right, so there's that. Now, all of these are not set. So, let us find them. 5 cracking. Right? That's the 5 cracking. And this one should be set to heavy oil, hydrogen, naphtha. Heavy oil, hydrogen, naphtha. Well, actually, what we can do, let's make this easier on ourselves. And that's copy, paste, we screwed up. All right, get rid of this and put it down again. All right, so that one now has a recipe, that one has a recipe, third one has a recipe, fourth one does not. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. 1, 2, 3, fourth one. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now that's all gone. Everything has a recipe. I don't know why that didn't have recipes, but it does now. Alright, so get rid of that. Now in theory that should be lottie-dottie everybody. I did find out you cannot use the blueprint to upgrade these. So like if you these call for a level 3 pipe, but I only had level 2 at the time, so we put the blueprint down and it downgraded it to level 2. I tried using the blueprint to go on top of it to upgrade it to level 3. It did not do that. I hope the devs change that to where you can upgrade through blueprints. That would be kind of nice, because having to figure out which ones it was and what have you, I had to go back to the video, which by the way is in the link in the last video, and I had to figure out which ones in all of this string of mess were the ones that needed to be upgraded. I got them upgraded, but it was kind of hard to figure it out. Anyway, let's go ahead, let that all get, everything looks to be flowed in. That's all flowed in. We got water still coming in. Let's follow this water, see where it's supposed to go. So, got water up to there. Is this supposed to have water here? Okay, that's a different thing. Water is still flowing. Not sure where it is going. Alright, it's done flowing. Alright, so everything should be filled up. I ran a level 3 pipe over from our oil depot, and I ran it in our oil depot. I upgraded that to level 3 so that it should support whatever the draw is on this. I hooked up diesel at a level 2 because that's really all we're pumping over here is a level 2 anyway. So we may at some point upgrade that, we'll see. And that should be everything. That was the only things that I had to bring in, was that and the water. And the water goes on the top one, the oil goes on the bottom one. And I found a use for the rain collectors. So let's go ahead and unpause the, well, did we see, I will have to go back and look, because now we have 3 workers. I forget what it was like 400 or something, wasn't it? Or 100 and something. Now we have 3 workers. So that gives you an idea how much this sucker takes. We can go back and do the math. I'll take a look at it. Anyway, unpause this. Oh wait, what do we got running here? That is limestone, so it's filling the limestone. Let's go ahead and let this fill what needs to be filled. got sulfur. How are we getting slag in? I don't know. Limestone's headed down here. Where's it going? All right, let's speed this up, get this filled. Follow this limestone, see where it's going. We get it all filled up. Let's go into these guys. We get everything stocked up and then we'll turn it on. Shouldn't be much longer. All right, essentially that has all stopped moving. Now we're just delivering now. Trucks of limestone is all. So everything else I think is ready. Fire this puppy up. See if it blows up. Not enough workers. We need 6 people. But this only has to run twice. And that's all it's going to run because we didn't put a smokestack on it. So we're just waiting on a little bit of water to be delivered. Which, there it is. So that'll run once. It'll run twice and stop because it needs the exhaust. But that's supposedly... Vehicle cannot reach this list. Some or all vehicles are struggling to reach target. Make sure there's a accessible path. I don't care about that. We got to turn this off. Because we don't care. All right, so that was the steam in, right? It should be working now, shouldn't it? All right, maybe it needs a little more steam than that. What we can do is we'll toss the smokestack on here. We'll let it run a little bit more. Got the steam with crude oil not going through. Why is crude oil not coming through to it? Right? Is it not getting crude oil? Pause that. All right. Crude oil. Where should the crude oil be coming in at? Crude oil should be coming in there. What's in that? Steam. How am I getting steam in a line that's supposed to be crude oil? Right? That's supposed to be crude oil, but it's coming in as steam. Same thing here. Somehow they got steam in them. Maybe I hooked up to the wrong thing at one point. Anyway, they're functioning. So they're turning on. This is making, looks like it is making, what you call it? Sulfur. Like we got something going here. That's the oxygen. So this is making fertilizer 1. And then fertilizer 1 comes in here and it'll make fertilizer 2 as soon as it gets enough sulfur. Got the limestone, it's got the fertilizer 1, it just needs the sulfur. And the sulfur is prioritized to come down here and stack up in here for the rubber, I believe. There we go. So now it's making fertilizer 2. And then fertilizer 2 will come down and go in a tank. That is fuel gas, heavy oil, naphtha, hydrogen. That burns off all the excesses and gives the steam back. These guys, heavy oil, waiting on hydrogen, naphtha, waiting on hydrogen. And hydrogen coming in from where? Here. We don't have hydrogen coming in yet. There we go. Now we got hydrogen coming in. And hydrogen is coming from all the way down here in the hydrogen plant. So I'm guessing this has got to fill up first. Output priority. And then it comes out of there into here. And then that goes out of there and into there. So yeah, that won't until this is full. And as soon as this is full, then this will kick this over to here. And that sends it to these guys. So this one is naphtha. Naphtha, hydrogen, fuel gas. Heavy oil, hydrogen, naphtha, fuel gas. Naphtha, hydrogen, diesel. Hydrogen, diesel. naphtha, hydrogen, diesel, the hydrogen, diesel, naphtha, steam, fuel gas, and sour water. Alright, so that's full. We don't have enough fuel gas yet. Is that what I'm seeing here? The fuel gas is coming in from here. Which comes in from here. The steam. We got too much steam. Is that what I'm seeing? No. Okay, there it is. So that'll go away. That'll give that to these guys eventually. There we go, now they're cooking. That's sending hydrogen down here. And since that's full, just about full anyway, it should be kicking it back soon. All right, now we should see that kicking it this way. Yep, there it went. So now this is cranking out. We're not getting, okay, we're getting a little bit of naphtha now. Come on, get enough to work. Sharing it to the two of them. Come on. We have some more naphtha. Probably what's happened is the diesel is full, so the system's not running. until somebody gasses up. So let's do this. Let's turn these guys off. Because none of that matters anymore. What matters is the diesel coming over from here to here. Because that's what's going to be pulling on the system now. But it looks like it's running. What are these ones? These ones are fuel gas, oxygen, diesel, and water. Where does the fuel gas come from? That's the oxygen. That's the fuel gas, right? No, that's the diesel out. That's the fuel gas in. Alright, well, let's find these guys. You're struggling to find a location to dig. Fine. Get rid of this. Oh, you can't get in there because of the pipes. Because you're big diggers. Not a problem. Because we want you to come over here now. And then we want this guy, edit area. And digger, get rid of that. There, now they're using fuel. All right, well, let's load this sucker up and head out to someplace new. So that's all good to go. It looks like it's working. Pretty much as expected. We've definitely got more diesel and gas and what have you than we can shake a stick at. So it must be working, right? We'll be able to connect this to our farm at some point. So let's do our research now. So what do we want? Ship's engine. Let's grab ship's engine, because then we can upgrade the ship bridge and the ship engine. Housing 3. Queue in housing 3. Let's queue in exhaust scrubber. And then we'll just grab the rest of these. There we go. And the recycling increase. That puts us all the way to here. And are these guys paused? They are not paused. Now, what I'm wondering, how is this doing us for maintenance? We need 11,000 maintenance. 11.5. I guess we're getting it. Looks like we're getting plenty of electric right now. Oh, that's why it wasn't. Because we were paused. Maybe. Well, it looks like it's flowing. Definitely looks like it's flowing in. What is this? Brine. Brine makes chlorine. So if we got brine, we're gonna have to pump some brine into here, which is easy enough to do. Because after all, we are making brine. On the other side of the map, admittedly. Down here. But we could run a line. We could run a line down here and make brine. And that's going to make chlorine, which is going to be what we need for plastic. All right, so let's run a line down for brine. Let's see if we win first. We won. Coal mine. All right. Go home. So we want brine down there. All right. Let's do this. Let's go to the... No, you know what? Let's go over here. And copy this. Because we are going to have to come down here. So let us be proactive about this. There. 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 And then that should get us where we need to be. So then we go transport pipe 2. Here. I guess here it doesn't really matter whether we're over or under. Got enough of them there that we can. Oh, too far. Sugar. There we go. Right, and that'll be brine once it builds. Yep. All right, we got our brine coming down. Now we're not dumping it in the water no more. Not here yet. Here it comes. And I think that's all we should need for plastic. Naphtha we've got. Chlorine we don't have. There it is. So that's making plastic. Why is this not making rubber? Diesel. We're not getting diesel. Looks like that's diesel. So that's diesel. Okay. That's naphtha, right? And that's diesel. Maybe we have to have both recipes on because it's got naphtha coming in. and it'll prioritize diesel. So maybe we just got to prime the... Yeah, we just needed to get a little bit of naphtha out of the way. Now we're making rubber. So these guys aren't going to work much because we're not getting fuel gas all that often. That's fine, it doesn't have to, as long as everything else is working and we're getting the diesel that we want. I don't care about the rest of it. But it looks like everything else is working. This is making slag if we ever get too much sulfur. Meanwhile, this is making fertilizer. Awesome sauce. So now we can go in and rip this thing out. Well, most of it. Because we don't need it. Or we can just leave it. Well, we can leave it there and pause it so that in case we need it, it's available. And this is taking the sour water from here. So we're not making sour water anymore. So we can turn the sour water off. That frees us up some more workers. We can turn this mixer off, which will free up some workers. All of that can be shut down, including this rubber, because we don't need it. So that's going to give us back a bunch of workers. Low food. Why? Are we not getting fertilizer? Fertilizer 2 comes from there. So we're not getting the fertilizer 2 in now, but we can fix that. Because now we have fertilizer 2 here. So, pipe. Right, that's fertilizer. And then we're going to upgrade this pipe. And then that's going to start to give us fertilizer too. And eventually that will use up the fertilizer that's in there. And then it'll start being fertilizer too. There we go. Now everybody should be getting fertilizer. Now it's just a matter of getting it to grow potatoes. All right, let us repair this and put in a new ship's bridge and put in a new ship's engine. Did we use up all the fertilizer too already? Fertilizer 2, right? Fertilizer 2. What do we need? Fertilizer 1, which we're getting. It just wasn't in the pond. It wasn't here. So just got to fill the pipe up. Where are we getting diesel? Then the diesel to? Everybody's filling up. All right. So it looks like we are rocking and rolling. Can't upgrade this yet. Continue with the modification. Got plenty of glass at this point. These guys are busy. I guess we can make some more trucks. And we can do that. So that's one less thing it's waiting on. Now, that diesel is coming over on a 2 to here. So if we upgrade this, then it'll be filling the tank on a 2 as well. And I think we can actually upgrade that puppy. Now, who is busy? I guess the truck's running back and forth between here and supplies is what's busy. All right, so now we got oil solved. It would appear we have oil solved. And this is sulfur if we're getting more than we need. Then we're making hydrogen, diesel, naphtha, fuel gas. We're dumping slag, getting limestone, we're making sulfur. All right, what's next? Fermentation tank, we can make ethanol now. Electrolyzer, we can make oxygen and hydrogen or nitrogen and hydrogen. We can make a chicken farm. We can make food processing. Distillation stage 3, hydrogen reformer, polymer plant. We've already got them working. Wastewater treatment. We can take care of the sludge now. We can go up here. And what does this take? So it takes wastewater, sand, and chlorine. And it's going to give us water and sludge. So we would have to bring in chlorine and sand. And we are making chlorine, aren't we? I thought. Somewhere in all this mess, we're making chlorine. We're making chlorine right here. So brine makes chlorine. So we could do this up here. We could put in an electrolyzer. And we could make chlorine from brine. And we could do pipe to here. And then that's going to make chlorine. And then we do that. We do that. So we need sand to come in. And we need chlorine to come in. So let's move this. Move it to there. Right? Because we need sand to come in, water to come in, chlorine to come in. But then if we do loose storage 2, and we do U-shaped conveyor to there, and we do, well, we'll do a pipe 2 through it, and then we come from here to there, right? Then that's going to give us sludge. And sludge, wait, where's the sludge coming out? Sludge is coming out there. And that's going to come in there. So we got to go here to there. And then we gotta go storage 2. And I'm gonna guess a U-shaped conveyor. So this will be sludge. This will be sand. And then we allow, what do we do with sludge? What do we do with sludge? sludge can be burned, or sludge can be digested and give us fuel gas and compost. Sludge can give us fuel gas and compost. And we need U-shaped conveyor. Put it in. And compost and gas to come out. So this will be where's compost? Can't we store compost? Or is it a loose storage? Maybe compost is a loose storage. Compost is a loose storage. And this will be fuel gas, right? Fuel gas. And then compost is already able to bury it. So we'll want to keep the compost. No, not that. This. Keep that empty. We'll figure out something to do with the fuel gas. Keep full. So we may need more than one, huh? Or maybe what we need to do is this. There we go. So that should cut down on how much we're dumping in the ocean. And that should cut down on how much we're dumping in the ocean. And then that's just going to give us over here to give us those out. All right. Awesome. where we stand here. Ship bridge 2, ship engine 2. All right. Turn planning mode off. So we should be able to send this dude out now again. All right, so let's see what we got here. Gas injection pump does what? Permanent disposal gases, carbon dioxide, by dissolving them in liquid, injecting them under pressure into the ground. Has no pollution effect, can be built only on top of limestone deposits. And the exhaust scrubber takes exhaust and water and gives sulfur, carbon dioxide, steam, and air pollution, but a lot less pollution. Storage, we got real big storage now. Housing, we got housing 3. That's that. So let's send this guy here. Right? Why can we not? Oh, because no crew. Because now we need 60. You mean we gotta... Man. I thought we had enough people. Fine. What are we not getting enough of? Food, electricity, water, and household goods. So we're going to have to start upgrading our town. But you know what? Right now we're going to get more people. The next episode, we're going to send the ship out some more. We're pretty much as far as we can be for tomorrow. You guys are doing great. Almost there. Probably running out of stuff to take apart, but you're almost there. So we're basically having a food issue again. Well, tough. We need 60 people for the boat, guys. Sorry. Everything else is good to go. Alright, guys. So I'll see you in the next episode, and we'll see how far we can get tomorrow. And then I guess, I don't know, we'll start over. We'll see. I got, funny enough, I've got 399 subscribers at this point. Maybe we'll pick up one more between now and Wednesday and end up with 400. That'll be something. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.